At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Transparency and adaptability to the sport. Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. And now Duper will make every match count.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Duper brings accuracy, transparency, and adaptability to the sport. Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. And now Duper will make every match count.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Duper brings accuracy, transparency, and adaptability to the sport. Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. And now Duper will make every match count.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Duper brings accuracy, transparency, and adaptability to the sport. Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. And now Duper will make every match count.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Duper brings accuracy, transparency, and adaptability to the sport. Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. And now Duper will make every match count.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Duper brings accuracy, transparency, and adaptability to the sport. Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. Now Duper will make every match count.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Duper brings accuracy, transparency, and adaptability to the sport.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of Pro Play here at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open. Dave Fleming, thrilled to be here calling all the action with my good friend Morgan Evans is here. Morgan, welcome to the broadcast.
Dave, happy to be here, mate, alongside yourself. Always a pleasure, and looking forward to a great day of play.
It's going to be a great day. So it's mixed doubles day, Morgan. We've got our first pro match about to begin. We'll get into that here in a second, but we've got some new partnerships that we're going to be seeing throughout the day. Share a couple of those with our viewers, won't you?
Yeah, for sure. Well, for me, it's the big one. It's the big changing of the guard. Ben Johns teaming up with Annalie Waters. You know, the writing's been on the wall for a while, and today we're going to get to see just how much magic those two are capable of. There's a lot of teams out there, obviously. Obviously, Riley Newman is playing fantastic pickleball. He's teaming up with Catherine Parenteau, tried and true. Those two are going to be very tough to beat.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see. We've got Kovalova and Wright, the 1 seed, and then on the other side of the draw, we have the 2 that you mentioned. New partnerships. They've been trying to figure this out. They've both traveled and trained with each other to get how do we work out different shots, different patterns, and so forth. So we'll be seeing some of them if they're fortunate enough to continue to advance here on center court. Our first match is the 8 seed, Callan Dawson and Megan Dazan, versus the 9 seed, Pat Smith and Yana Grechkina.
Yeah.
Couple of very high-level tennis players coming in here on the ladies' part of this mixed doubles. Megan Dazan played at BYU, and Yana Grechkina from Russia came here and played for University of Missouri KC. What can we expect to see here?
There is so much fire from Grechkina. I've watched her diligently at the Major League Pickleball debut, where she did play alongside Pat Smith, and I thought they did well. You know, they didn't squeak out every win, but they've got a great chemistry together. So much fire, so much intensity they bring to the table. Yana is relatively new to the sport comparatively. So is Megan Dazan. So I think her and Callan Dawson are going to jive very well together. Callan has been around the game for 7 years, 8 years almost. He's a veteran, there's no doubt about it, but he keeps improving his game, and I'm excited to see how well they work.
Yes, Callan Dawson, known for the unique style that he plays, the grip that he uses. We'll be talking about that throughout this event. Let's set the table for the other people that are on the court with a job. Our second referee will be John Friesner, and our lead referee, you'll hear from Jim Price throughout this. You know what? The crowd is packed for our first match here, so it's going to be awesome there.
In here, Scottsdale loves them pickleball. We love us some pickleball. So again, to set the players, Callan Dawson is on the near side. He's to serve with Megan Dazan. Yana Kreskina in the green receiving. Smith at the line. Let's play pickleball.
Right. Oh. So the serve gets back over to Yana Grishkina. She will be serving to Megan Dazan, who closes beautifully.
And look at that interesting choice they made with moving Dazan to the left side of the court is what they've chosen here early.
She does like being heads up with the girl. I've noticed that. I've played with her in 3 or 4 tournaments. A lot of fun. Ooh, wow.
Nasty roll by Yana Grechkina there.
Yeah, it is too early in the morning to be playing those kinds of shots. No hamstring should have to deal with that on a Friday morning.
Certainly not. Everybody's coming out hot. And quickly, Dawson and Dazan chose not to switch there.
Yeah, smart play.
So again, here's Pat Smith from Wichita. Always has that right arm exposed.
He is the Winter Soldier.
He is indeed.
Yeah, I'm not sure Dazan wants to be on the other end of that rolling forehand cross-court dink from Grishkina.
Yeah.
Smaller in stature, very agile, able to get great position around that ball to really roll it cross-court.
That return in the middle, little indecision there. That's communicate.
Yeah, it's a new partnership with Dawson and Megan Dazan, so the divorce balls are available.
You hate to miss a return after they're trying to figure stuff out, see if they can do it 2 in a row. So Smith gives them a freebie.
Well, everyone's in the mood for freebies at the moment.
Absolutely. Equal opportunity. Yeah, I think you'll see Grechkina really trying to dictate with her forehand when she gets the return, try and set up Pat Smith.
Oh, indecision again.
Fantastic point, tracking down the lobs. There is more wind than yesterday, Morgan, so we will see balls into the wind that land in with the lobs.
Great play there from Dazan, and that's really why she likes being in front of her counter opponent. She feels like her reach advantage over many can be enough to cause some rhythm issues.
Yes, we'll see if they continue to put the woman in front of the woman to do that. And there's another missed return from Smith, so he's handing out some post-holiday presents here. I think that will stop here quickly.
For me, Christmas doesn't really end until mid-February.
There you go.
Oh, very nice. Good. In fairness, he doesn't look like a man who can't jump.
No.
He is a big boy. A lot of lean muscle mass. At least 15 credit cards in the air there.
So they're going to make her prove that that forehand roll is on point today, it appears from the early going. Make that dink rally go through Grechkina.
Ooh.
Boy, that shake and bake was just, there's no baking going on here. No. The Winter Soldier, Mr. Pat Smith, said enough.
For sure. Not easy for Dawson to get involved in that one. And another.
Yeah. And that's the danger of returning to her here, because she does have that heavy forehand and can set the table and get the shake and bake. Smart change there by Dazan to go to Smith.
Yeah, the danger player, trying to keep that person back one extra ball, really pays dividends. Possibly the wind on that one. Who knows?
Yeah, so the wind is blowing from the left side of she and Dazan to the right, so Megan's hitting slightly into it, but it's more of a crosswind.
Yeah, and that presence that Smith had in the middle really forced Dazan to go for the wide ball, trying to keep him honest. No one can keep that man honest.
No. And I think that's a combination that Grechkina, as a tennis player, will get used to. 1-2. Tennis is usually a one-shot game. Have that paddle up and ready, because I like the first one. If you got to be ready for number 2 there.
Yeah, and for so many tennis players, it really just comes down to how you adapt your swing length, so you're not so overcommitted on that first attack that you can't retract and be ready for the counterpunch.
See Dazan going through the hand motion, just got to get on top of that one. 6-4-1 here. Grechkina serving to Dawson.
Still in this settling in period.
Yes.
Just getting the rhythm going. Good exchange. All 4 players getting a look at some hand speed.
And nice job by Dazan. She talked, she was doing the hand motion of getting on top, was able to do that and get the ball down there. Dangerous place to go, but it works this time. So let's see if Dawson and Dazan can scrap back in it, down 3.
That looked like kind of a hybrid. I wasn't sure if it was a drive or a drop, but it ended up high.
It's a drip.
A droove?
A droove.
Yeah, something. We'll figure out that.
Yes. Use that in your Wordle, folks. I know you're working on those.
Oh.
Pat Smith serving 7-4. Game 1, first pro match of the day here. We'll be here all day with the mixed at Carvana Desert Ridge Open, and the net has been much kinder to Smith and Grechkina so far. Sorry, not sorry from Pat Smith there. Insincere.
Sincerely insincere.
Yes.
This could be trouble. Oh. I thought she was going to give that the stick. Great move and an early from the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and that takes so much anticipation. You have to see it off the paddle, but once you see a head go down of a player in front of you, you can make that move, and brilliantly seen and executed by Pat Smith.
In my game, I tend to anticipate that after it's bounced 3 feet behind my kitchen line.
And Dawson and Dazan might want to think about a timeout. Here, game point, they're going to play through it. Pat Smith has taken over game 1 here on the back end of it. and finishes
beautiful.
on cue. So Grechkina and Smith, their level rises, and an early close matchup, as we talked about, feeling each other out here early. Big run to finish. So Smith and Grechkina off and running 11-4 here in game one. We'll be right back with game number 2 here at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open.
Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. And now Duper will make every match count.
Carvana's had a lot of firsts. 100% online car buying, car vending machines, and now putting you in control of your financing. At Carvana, get personalized terms, browse for cars that fit your budget, then customize your down payment and monthly payment. And these aren't made-up numbers. It's what you'll really pay, right down to the penny. Whether you're shopping or just looking, it only takes a few seconds and it won't affect your credit score. Finally, a totally different way to finance your ride. Only from Carvana.
All right, we are back. Dave Fleming here with Coach Mees, Morgan Evans, and really impressive start there for Grechkina and Pat Smith. Pat Smith really aggressive.
Yep.
Got to finish some shake and bakes, and Ernie, big forehand.
Yep.
See if they can keep that going here in game 2.
Ooh. Wow. Grechkina showing her flexibility early. That hurt just watching it.
I'm in pain. Sliding on hard courts. This is not Roland Garros, folks.
Dizan, she's determined to try to lean on the drive.
Yes.
I'm not sure it's working out too well.
It's got to be lower if she's going to go with that.
Substantially, yeah.
Nice little touch from Grechkina there.
Yeah, the stick and the carrot. It is one of the the pitfalls of having the lady on the left driving. Unfortunately, it means if you put a good shake in there, if you drive well, your partner's going to have to be feeding with his backhand.
Yes.
And trying to finish with that, and that's a more difficult prospect than the traditional forehand with the guy on the left-hand side.
Big swing there.
Yeah.
Probably want to reset that one in the future. All right, they're going to keep Dazan now on the right side. Kyle and Dawson needs to put his stamp on this match. Hasn't had that opportunity much so far.
And there's a push-off foot fault overhead error from Callan Dawson. Tricky one. Didn't reestablish outside of the kitchen before contacting it with
you
the
rotate.
backhand.
You rotate your body and push off, and your toe catches the kitchen line. Good call there by Jim Price, our referee.
That's priceless.
And so was that backhand down the line there by Pat Smith with the yell. We're here all day for you, folks.
So Smith will be serving now to Megan Dazan. And another positional error. It looked like that's really what plagued them a lot in game one. Just some miscommunications, misunderstandings of...
Yeah, it looked like Callan baited that. Like, go ahead and try it there. I mean, he took half the side, or they missed a signal.
I think they missed a signal, yeah. There was supposed to be a switch there.
It's one of the hardest balls to hit when you see how in the world is half the court open. So nice job by Grechkina on the point before.
Yeah. Nice work there from Patrick Smith to capitalize on that. And the overuse of the lob is another another theme we're probably going to see in 2022.
Yes. Yeah, you just got to be on balance and you really want your opponents to be leaning in and not seeing that coming. You also have a athletic, tall, lengthy gentleman ready to track those down in Pat Smith.
Yeah, very risky. Great hands there from Smith. A little impatient,
Yes.
perhaps.
After a great patient point and some beautiful hands under attack. That was definitely in the red zone of choices.
It's amazing how often your particular emotion or level of adrenaline can make a red ball seem at least orange,
Yes.
possibly green.
Yes, which
Why not?
crayon is it in the 64 box?
Exactly. And that ball just floating along.
Yes, a very slight breeze from Pat Smith's left to right.
Gorgeous drive through the middle.
Again,
Another divorce ball.
Yes, and haven't communicated that well so far.
Grechkina learning that the counter spin for a slice is not a slice.
No.
Oh, that would have been. I think that would have been spot
money.
on.
That was money. Just tape taketh away there.
And one long return deserves another.
Yeah, he's 2 of the 4 points in game 1 were Smith return errors, so that shows you how much they've dominated the play.
Oh, that's
so
gorgeous.
Beautiful. Placement over power there by Pat
Yeah,
Smith.
the old divide and conquer.
It's hard to put the overhead away. Found 2 angles, though. Beautiful job by Pat.
I'd really like to see him do well this year.
So Dazan goes for a speed-up cross court now with Grechkina over there, and that sets up Dawson to get involved, and that's what they need to find some more patterns that do that.
Yeah, I think as long as she gets to the outside of Grechkina, it could work. Another great overhead, placed well, not overhit. Breeze is kicking up a little bit at the moment.
Beautiful combination by Dawson and Dazan there. 3-3-2. This again, Yana Grechkina serving to Callan Dawson.
Good rally, a little bit of everything there.
Yeah. Big two-handed swing behind the Pat Smith miss there. Grechkina was on it cross court there. Smith tried to get there just a tad late. Dazan looks to the heavens after missing that serve. No harm done to the scoreboard, though, when you miss a serve.
No, that's always been my theory. Not everyone agrees, but... Well, great defense for 2 or 3 balls, but in the end it's Dawson who has found the necessary angle to finish the point.
Talk about that grip he uses, Morgan.
Yeah, it is an interesting one. A lot of people liken it to kind of a ping-pong style grip. It is. It does afford him more control over the paddle. And I'll touch on that once we've finished this point. The trade-off, obviously, is power. You know, when you grip up that far in the paddle, yes, you're gaining some more control. The lever is smaller, more controllable, but at the same rationale, you're losing quite a lot of power because of the lower amount of leverage you've got. So it's a catch-22. Oh, that was around the post. Oh, that's beautiful play there from Smith.
And the yell from Pat Smith. You know it's going well when you hear him. He's a very emotional player.
Yeah, oh yeah, very much so. Oh.
Footwork. Looks like it's the swing, but that's footwork.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't quite get close enough to that ball.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, it's very sweet of them, but they're going to want to tighten up those pretty quickly.
Having dropped game one, you don't want to be... The mountain is much harder if you add boulders to it. And rolled.
Yeah,
there's the timeout. So after a couple of missed returns and a ball that rode the rails but stayed on their side, Grechkina and Smith are up 11-4, 7-4. We're here at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open. We'll be right back.
The new way to buy a car.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're going to do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dream. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Back here at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open, Dave Fleming here with Morgan Evans. Dawson and Dazan did not choose to use a timeout when they had a bad run go against them in game one. They do here in game two. So Pat Smith serving up 7-4 and up a game.
Oh, yeah, Dazan right now is not having her best game. That one felt confident it was going out, but slightly mistimed from Smith, and it drops in. Wasn't quite there.
And you can see Grechkina going for the Ernie's and the footwork. You know what that does? That gives your partner a chance to play because they're likely to put it there. Great strategy.
Nice work. Yeah, they just seem a little more in tune with each other's games, and they've had a bit more experience together, so understandable.
Yeah, just, you know, when you're playing the best players in the world here, complementary pickleball is essential in mixed, and they've got that going on here in the first match. There it is again.
Yeah, it really is. How well can you make the sum of two parts be greater than the whole? And they're doing it well right now.
Timeout has not paid off as we're staring at a game point here for Smith and Grechkina and a match point And that is it. Ends the way game number 1 did, with a Pat Smith clean winner. And folks, Smith and Grechkina just said, hey, I know you talked about a lot of other teams in your little open, you two announcers, but we're here and ready to go. So Smith, Grechkina win 11-4, 11-4. Dazan and Dawson need to work out that partnership a little bit. Anything else stand out for you, Morgan?
Yeah, I think their reluctance just to get back to basics, don't worry so much about positions. Let's see if you can't just solidify the foundations first, cut out some of the easy errors, and then see if you can't make things a little more elaborate and put the icing on the cake. But they put the old cart before the horse there, and it is Grechkina and Smith heading into the next round.
So Grechkina and Smith will move on. We'll have another great match here in just a few minutes. I see Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova heading on court, so look for them coming up next. We're in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Duper brings accuracy, transparency, and adaptability to the sport. Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. And now Duper will make every match count.
Carvana's had a lot of firsts. 100% online car buying, car vending machines, and now putting you in control of your financing. At Carvana, get personalized terms, browse for cars that fit your budget, then customize your down payment and monthly payment. And these aren't made up numbers. It's what you'll really pay, right down to the penny. Whether you're shopping or just looking, it only takes a few seconds and it won't affect your credit score. Finally, a totally different way to finance your ride. Only from Carvana, the new way to buy a car.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're gonna do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to
go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Pickle play and chicken and pickle.
Carvana's had a lot of firsts. 100% online car buying, car vending machines, and now putting you in control of your financing. At Carvana, get personalized terms, browse for cars that fit your budget, then customize your down payment and monthly payment. And these aren't made-up numbers. It's what you'll really pay, right down to the penny. Whether you're shopping or just looking, it only takes a few seconds and it won't affect your credit score. Finally, a totally different way to finance your ride. Only from Carvana, the new way to buy a car.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace any pair that gets lost or broken. And so far, we've racked up over 100,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 50% off 2 pairs at ShadyRays.com.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters.
Matt and Lucy. All right, folks, welcome back. We're ready to get started. We've got our number 1 seed, Lucy Kovalova, in the white, standing and talking next to Matt Wright. They are ready to go. First match of the year for both of them on the 2022 circuit. Vivian David always smiling on the far side to return the serve. And her partner is Daniel De La Rosa. Oh, fans love a net cord.
Yes, indeed. And De La Rosa, you may not be too accustomed to him on the screen. This is a new partnership, an incredible racquetball player. And he's no stranger to pickleball, but hasn't hit the world stage just yet.
No, very good. But if you're a racquetball fan, you definitely know this name. This man is sick talent in that sport and very, very good pickleball as well. You're going to enjoy him today. He's not going to enjoy the net cord, though, in that case.
Very few people do.
Yeah. Yep. So, again, Kovalova and Wright, the number 1 seed. David and De La Rosa have already won a match this morning, so sometimes that can be a challenge if you're the team that's cold, playing a team that's used to the conditions, the ball, etc.
Yeah, and I think if they were playing almost any other team, bar a couple of big names, that would really play into it. Matt and Lucy have been doing this for many, many years at the highest level, and they're not likely going to succumb to first-round jitters.
That's Morgan's fault,
yeah,
Lucy.
I will apologize for that later.
Yes. All right, Vivian David serving. No secret about what Wright and Kovalova do. They start Lucy off the court.
Ooh.
Hammered.
An electric forehand.
And then an electric backhand that needs to be replugged.
Yeah, that looked like a two-handed backhand.
Was, yeah.
I don't think that's the norm
Not
in
for
a racquetball.
No, I tried that once, and they're like, why are you putting topspin on a racquetball? That does not work.
Yes. All right, getting involved early. A good little shake and bake there.
Yep. A nice leave, too. Sometimes when you're engaged like that, you want to hit the next ball on the next one.
For me, it is the one of, if not the most difficult part of the game, is curbing the enthusiasm after a good attack. Oh, still back.
Nice finish. You will see David throughout this match. He's going to shade and slide and cheat backhand all day. The opening is on the right side of her body, but easier said than done because you don't want to pull it wide. Great finish by Wright there.
Oh, and that has caught the moneymaker. Unfortunately, if Lucy Kovalova knocked off the hat a little bit.
Get that visor reset. We're going to have a... She seems okay.
Yes, not easily disturbed.
Okay. She's ready, bouncing, ready to serve.
Yeah, too quick.
Yep. So sliding to have that backhand ready, but Wright is a tough hand battle when he's sitting on that as well.
And that ball was floating wide.
Yes.
Luckily, no harm done.
Okay, little bumper cars.
Oh, and she
is.
You think she was ready for that one?
Oh, she's locked and loaded on the two-hander.
Yeah.
If you put it there, you will get a very stiff reply. Great job by David there.
Yeah, I think 2021 was a real breakout year for Vivian Davis.
Yes.
Just her game elevated so well.
And we talk about shake and bake on a drive a lot, but that was a beautiful drop by David, as you were talking about. Or De La Rosa had a good chance to finish there.
There's a high floating return, drops in.
De La Rosa is always going to be able to get a lot of whip on that from that racquetball background. You'll hear the voice of Howard Hepworth, our lead referee, supported by Kim Isaacson.
And again, David sliding to her right, opening up that big two-handed backhand, anticipating the attack very well from Matt Wright.
And he knows that, so he tried to go back to the forehand side, but there's not a lot of room there.
And De La Rosa, again, that kind of hand speed he's got from racquetball meant it was almost undetectable that he was about to pull the trigger there. Very compact, efficient technique. Looked a lot like a dink.
Found the paddle side shoulder, which is where you want to go with that ball. Little indecision in the middle from Wright and Kovalova, and suddenly De La Rosa and David are up 5-3.
5-3-2.
And they extend that lead to 6.
Yes.
6-3-2.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Disguise inside out. That's what Wright and Kovalova needed. Nice run by David and De La Rosa.
And a tactical shoelace checking there from Matt Wright. Very smooth. Yep, just needs to be a little tighter.
Make those bunny ears, come on.
3-6-1.
Oh, David is playing lights out right now.
If you only sit on one side and you're very good at it, kudos to her.
Yeah. Not much you can do about that one.
No. You can slide anywhere you want there, but out of the way is maybe the best choice.
Yeah, I think Wright and Kovalova are going to have to feed Daniel De La Rosa on the backhand side a little more often to get Vivian David out of her corner. Looks like they're doing just that. And that is some high-level pickleball, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and Kovalova had backed off the line to defend and hadn't reestablished right at the kitchen line. That's what caused that ball to catch the tape.
And that, I'm not 100% sure that was going out, but maybe did catch the tape.
Had a little force, but also a little arc on it. So
yeah,
Wright felt for sure, but Kovalova couldn't get the paddle out of the way. Nice finish down by Kovalova there.
Yeah, David was getting ambitious there. I saw her chasing in her own ball. Often something you kind of want your partner to do for you.
Yeah, when she comes flying in with a one-handed attack on the backhand side. Yeah, so I think some balls in the middle and then splitting on the kitchen rallies is what Kovalova and Wright will likely go to here.
Still 3 points down.
Just deep.
5-7-1.
Okay, well, that was one of the first patient points we've seen.
After Kovalova pulled a tremendous reset off an attack in the middle of that point, and now they're within one, grinding their way back. Too much time to think about the damage he was thinking in his mind on that one.
6-7-2.
Nice first volley by David there.
Yeah, she's very accomplished at being able to get great power while she's in motion. You know, it often takes massive amounts of upper body strength to pull off something like that. She's very strong, but she's got fantastic technique.
Yes,
allows her to not always need the leverage you get from your legs to get the necessary power. Oh, who is this girl?
She is bringing it and setting herself up in front of Matt Wright, and they are within 2 of taking game 1 against our #1 seeds, Wright and Kovalova.
We saw a major upset yesterday. Who knows? We may see another one here.
And Kovalova says, hey, I can sit backhand and hit big bullets myself, and that's one way to get the ball back.
Well, almost.
Got to get 2 of those, though. Smiling as she always is, Vivian David. But don't think she isn't determined under that smile.
Oh.
It's hard to be patient when you have your opponents in trouble. Good job by Kovalova there.
Yeah, they're going to be leaning on their experience here and trusting that they can handle the pressure.
That return slides deep, 7-9.
That ball seemed a little wide. I think regardless, the around the post, I think, was good. So a couple of options to win that point.
Okay. A little controversy on that call there. Almost hit Vivian on the pass there.
Ooh, that looks like maybe the first sort of miscommunication about a middle ball, which is very impressive for a relatively new team.
And we're at 8-9 here.
8-9-2.
And
that time the slide was just into the body enough.
I think he just changed the paddle angle just enough to get more of the body. Of course, if he keeps doing it, he's going to be flirting with the sideline. Okay.
And suddenly, the first game point in game #1 is in the Wright and Kovalova camp.
Yeah,
Matt
seems
Wright to
like
serve.
the natural order of the universe is back in check.
No timeout called either.
Good energy first game, man. You look good.
That's a little too risky.
The run around and then try and go down the middle. David smiling all the way to the bank with that one.
9-10-1.
1 game point saved.
Oh, that's
hit. David almost got hit on the return 2 points ago, and that one does catch De La Rosa as they're trying to play defense and get up to the kitchen line.
Luckily, he's all smiles as well.
Oh my. Big slap.
God, that's huge.
Huge.
Yeah, not a lot of topspin, though, so your margin for error.
Yeah, if it hits the tape, you're hosed on that. And game point #2 for Wright and Kovalova after those 2 crazy points. and facing a serious challenge mid-game there with David and De La Rosa playing at a very high level. Kovalova and Wright use their experience, hang in there, get a couple of balls to sit down and finish. Wright found just a little bit of Vivian David, but man, that was fractions, Morgan.
Very fractions. Yeah, it was a fantastic first game from David and De La Rosa. But in the end, Kovalova Wright squeaking it out, so we'll see what happens in game 2.
I can't wait to see it. We'll see it after this break. We are at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open. Don't go anywhere.
Matters most.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Duper brings accuracy, transparency, and adaptability to the sport. Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. And now Duper will make every match count.
Carvana's had a lot of firsts. 100% online car buying, car vending machines, and now putting you in control of your financing. At Carvana, get personalized terms, browse for cars that fit your budget, then customize your down payment and monthly payment. And these aren't made-up numbers. It's what you'll really pay, right down to the penny. Whether you're shopping or just looking, it only takes a few seconds and it won't affect your credit score. Finally, a totally different way to finance your ride. Only from Carvana, the new way to buy a car.
We are back at the first stop in 2022 of the PPA Tour here at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open at the JW Marriott Desert Ridge in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. Dave Fleming here with Morgan Evans. Great first game. Here we go with game 2. Vivian David to serve.
And De La Rosa taking a bit of a chance there. Paid off, but risky.
And if you hear that wind in the microphones, it has picked up, and that will play a factor here.
Oh, yeah. Wright has seen that that ball more than once in his life.
He's got the length to reach in and flick it. Great smooth finish by De La Rosa there.
Yeah. Jealous if anyone can get that kind of one-handed backhand power. Oh, interesting. On the run, block volley.
Full sprint. Hit the trampoline just right, jumped up, got the paddle in the right spot, and found a opening behind Wright. Not how you call it up on the chalkboard, but it certainly worked.
Second server.
Oh my goodness gracious, what just happened there?
Who knows? Who knows? I
look at this. Oh, there's the Ernie from a minute ago, but we'll show you that backhand here after the next couple of points.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
He turned his shoulders and then witchcraft happened. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Just Angle Fest 2022 there.
Yeah, they are trading highlight reel shots.
Such high level here. Early on Mixed Doubles Day, Morgan. What a thrill to call it.
We return to normalcy.
Yes. Yeah, Wright just not set a hit there in the transition area.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful play there from David. She just gets so low, supports those block volleys with her legs wonderfully.
And angles them, so she's not just happy to get it in the kitchen, she's putting it in an even safer place.
Yeah, your average player just wants to get it over the net,
Yes.
hopefully not too attackable. That's not enough for her.
And ready for that one as well as she smiles back to the baseline.
I would have thought if you're Matt Wright, the path of least resistance is going to be some nice long drawn-out dink rallies with De La Rosa cross-court.
Yes.
But where's the fun in that, I guess?
Exactly. Wow, tremendous ATP defense by Wright there.
Yeah. For me, anyone with such a lively hand like De La Rosa, it's not easy to be an incredibly accomplished dinker as well.
A few errors have also creeped in here, and folks, De La Rosa and David often running like they were in game one, up 4-zip in game two. He saw that in his mind of a short, beautiful Ernie roll. It's not what happened.
Yes, the mind's eye sometimes lies to you.
Yes. Let's see if Wright and Kovalova can get on the board. Again, when they've hung in there with it, they've been able to get a much better ball than that. So some patience and encouragement from David there.
Oh, I felt like he was doing well with that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because it doesn't award you anything after 2 or 3 attempts doesn't mean you just pull the trigger on the next one.
And David is here with statements on the backhand and there the inside out forehand winner.
Yeah, she leads with her hips just well enough to really have Matt Wright guessing it's going to be a middle attack, and he leaves that wing open. That's more like it from Wright and Kovalova. Patient play. You don't always have to win. Sometimes you just got to help your opponents lose.
Exactly. Great reply by Kovalova there. All right, 1-4, Wright and Kovalova going to chip away.
Oh, that's his first two-hander for the day.
Yes, tried the big cross-court attack, which we saw a lot of at the end of last year. You've got to keep it in.
Ideally, in a perfect world.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to body somebody, there are no margins.
1-4-2.
De La Rosa looked like he launched that ball anticipating it not coming back.
Yes.
Looked pretty tall and lackadaisical.
Yeah, again, it's that 1-2 combo that we talked about in the prior match. Got to be ready.
Oh, and that one just tags David. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, sometimes when you like to slide, you actually slide into the ball that's going out.
Yeah, especially if you're in midair. Very difficult to change direction.
Yep. We're not good at flying, us humans.
No, we probably shouldn't do it.
And
trying to be sneaky there again.
You can't tell the catcher that I'm throwing a fastball and Kovalova's the batter.
And it's Wright's turn to be ambitious.
Yes. So they've chipped it back to even.
If you're at home and you're kind of wondering a little bit what textbook serving can look like in pickleball, for me, Vivian David has one of the more beautiful motions, really exaggerated in the follow-through, always gets good clearance, very clean, obviously consistent, on balance, a very repeatable motion.
Yes.
Don't try my spinny thing. Look at Vivian.
There's that cross-court attack, but that one off the air. We saw him use his Michigan tennis two-handed backhand that didn't go his way. That flick down cross-court, and that's 4 in a row for Wright and Kovalova. David and De La Rosa have seen enough of that.
Indeed.
But we've seen a lot of great pickleball on this court already today. What a day. It's mixed doubles day here at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open. We'll be right back.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're going to do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Just sitting there.
Welcome back, everybody. Dave Fleming here with Morgan Evans, and what a match we're seeing here. David and De La Rosa giving Kovalova and Wright, the #1 seed, everything they can handle. Unbelievable get by Kovalova there, and again, De La Rosa not ready for that second ball.
Indeed, and he was just looking to reset that, but he was already walking away to the baseline, perhaps. Nice looking overhead there from David. She may not be the tallest player out there, but fantastic power in the legs.
And got the feet back, so she was set underneath it.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting over the next few years how pickleball overhead smashes are going to have to change. She was ready, but open paddle. Good attack from Wright.
Got to bring the paddle from where she's set on that left side of her body over there to the right. So good place to put it. Gets the mistake. Oh no.
And that's missed wide, unfortunately, for De La Rosa.
And that 4-0 deficit is now an 8-4 lead.
Yes, how the mighty have fallen.
Good D initially from Kovalova and right there, but not able to get all the way back. No more positive partner than Vivian David there, getting De La Rosa fired up.
Nice play there. Yeah, maybe that can start a bit of a fire.
Exactly.
Oh.
Boy, the Morgan Evans.
That was a while ago. It doesn't count.
That doesn't count. I agree.
As long as there's
she
more
has
than 2
served.
points.
She has served since then, too.
Good. Still, I'll have to add it to the list of apologies.
Yeah. Those are long lists after a long day.
It's getting rough. Okay, good decoy.
Yep. Oh, my goodness. And the point of the match goes to Kovalova and Wright. We had behind the back. We had saves. Unbelievable by all 4 players.
Incredible. It's January, and that might be the point of the year.
Yes.
And to have the sense and whereabouts to know they were in the wrong positions, that's not easy.
No. And maybe a little adrenaline from the prior point. I mean, we had ATP swings and misses. That was everything you'd ever want.
8-5-2.
The greatest show on earth.
Where are you, Hugh Jackman?
I'll give him a call.
Okay, so no harm done once they get the ball back. Again, you can hear the wind a little bit in our mics. Just
and we see this the
chaos of that other point.
Oh, Kovalova did well just to get a paddle on that.
Yes.
She was off the court for a while.
6-8-1.
And again, no one on this court is used to hitting the ball 1 millimeter above the ground like he is.
Exactly.
So he's using that racquetball skill on the ATPs, and they're within 1.
Oh, lovely.
Oh!
And De La Rosa
flying through the air like Superman.
Ho ho! What are we seeing here today, ladies and gentlemen?
This is pickleball at its finest. It was 4-0 De La Rosa, David. It was 8-4 Wright Kovalova. It is now 8-all, and after that, flying De La Rosa.
Let's have a look at that last point again.
There he goes.
Great drop shot through the air. Superman. And an effective high five. Even better.
But just to get that's one thing. But to leave it unattackable in the kitchen is insane. Because the crowd would have been thrilled if he just popped it up and hit an overhead.
Yeah. To make something meaningful happen there. And get an unforced error from Wright. I think the check's in the mail.
Okay, folks.
Whew, I don't know if I can handle much more of this, mate. Might have to take a break.
Well, Wright and Kovalova chose to take a break there, so they will try and stop this. We had the crazy point with the ATP, the double swing. That energy seems to have inspired David and De La Rosa, even though they lost that point. But here we are at 8-8-1.
Second service.
And it was a good timeout from Wright and Kovalova. When something that monumental happens,
you got to stop it.
Good overhead there.
After the flying De La Rosa, timeout, get the ball back, no more harm done. That's why they're the 1 seed.
And he's there in the middle. Yeah, he is.
Crowd is loving it.
He's found his time to shine.
And why not at 8-8 in game 2 against the top seed?
Not a bad time.
It's the first short return that's really given them a chance to tee off in a long time. And oh no. And now a return that catches just the little breeze we have, and suddenly, after all this energy, match point number 1 for Wright and Kovalova.
Oh, and that ball close to the net as well.
But
they're still in it. The window is still open.
It's been runs of 4 and 4, and now a run of 2. Can they match the run of 2? Very careful here.
That was very sharp.
patient, and was sitting ready.
Yeah, steady as a rock there. And I like that his previous attacks to Kovalova, he actually got a paddle on the following ball as well, starting to expect that ball coming back and anticipating where.
And De La Rosa able to duck out of the way, and that run of 2 I talk about has happened, and we're knotted at 10.
Indeed, and we see another timeout from Kovalova Wright. I can't remember the last time they had to use 2 in a game.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So they are out of timeouts here. We're going to keep it right here. It's 10-10-1. They fended off 1 match point on a very ambitious inside-out forehand volley that Kovalova tried, and the level of play in this match for the first tournament of the year, outstanding.
Unbelievable stuff. You know, if this is a sign of things to come, 2022 is going to prove to be a breakout year. Once again, it just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, everyone knows they have to work on things. We had a 4 to 8 week break, depending on what your last tournament was. And you know you got to bring new tricks.
Yeah.
You got to, or you're going to get beat. And we're watching the number 1 seeds get pushed. They may get pushed to a 3rd game here. Howard Hepworth and Kim Isaacson calling this one. What a battle.
The only people with better seats in the house than us.
Ooh. Just caught the sideline.
And beautiful anticipation there from Wright. He tried it in the previous point before the side out, but the ball wasn't quite there. De La Rosa finding his range beautifully.
Yes, because that looked like a ball he might want to drive, but was patient with it and then followed his drop.
Yeah.
And again, Kovalova sitting on the backhand side. The forehand side was open, and here's a game point.
Oh, just sees the finish line.
The groan of the crowd on that one.
And I'd be a little surprised if they get another look at a game point. It's not like Kovalova and Wright to give up this one. Boom goes the dynamite.
I can out-yell my partner, says Matt Wright, and we are knotted at 11. Folks, you don't get more points for your decibel level.
You might get style points.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Sitting on it, just missed it, and
yeah, that one forehand on serve that will haunt him, unfortunately. But
match point number 2. And De La Rosa says, not right now, not on my court.
How he keeps getting to those inside-out dinks from Matt Wright. They are diabolical, the angles they're getting. And I keep thinking that his around the post is going to float wide, but Kovalov's having to play every one, so they must be in...
That racquetball skill is so critical. Game and match point number 3. Oh, no. And a net cord ends what was an absolutely epic match as Wright and Kovalova come back in both Game 1 and Game 2, fend off a game point here in Game 2, and win it 11-9, 13-11. Thoughts, Morgan?
Amazing. The crowd is on their feet. To see this early on in the day, wow. Just wow. And, you know, we've really seen, I think, a star being born right in front of our eyes. De La Rosa, he's not new to the sport, but we've never seen him perform like this.
No, it's the best he's played in front of my eyes and on
for sure
our live stream. So congratulations to them. Wright and Kovalova moving on. We're going to have another brilliant match up next. Ben Johns, Anna Leigh Waters versus A.J. Kohler and Callie Smith. The hits just keep on coming. The DJ is going to bring some love here. We'll be right back. Dave Fleming with Morgan Evans at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open.
It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Match point. It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Carvana's had a lot of firsts. 100% online car buying, car vending machines, and now putting you in control of your financing. At Carvana, get personalized terms, browse for cars that fit your budget, then customize your down payment and monthly payment. And these aren't made up numbers. It's what you'll really pay, right down to the penny. Whether you're shopping or just looking. It only takes a few seconds and it won't affect your credit score. Finally, a totally different way to finance your ride. Only from Carvana, the new way to buy a car.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace any pair that gets lost or broken. And so far, we've racked up over 100,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now. .com.
Hey, Simone. How'd you play in the tournament today?
It started today?
More bad news today out of Washington, as if the year hadn't given us enough already.
The world will get back on its feet. We'll help you stay on yours. Make an appointment at footsolutions.com.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
I never thought I would fall in love with the sport again. I want to get better and find others who will help my game grow. I want to compete, but I don't know where I stand.
With Duper, I'm getting an accurate rating by entering matches before I ever register for a tournament.
I can easily find other players, play fun competitive matches, and instantly know where I stand. I'm on my way to confidently becoming the best I can be. Pickleball has taken me to new heights with recreation, community, and health. I want to make every match count.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a few years old or dinosaur old, we want to buy your car. Go to Carvana and enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
There we go.
Stay.
Here with Morgan Evans at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open, and what a show we just had from one of, if not the best pro racquetball players in the world, in Daniel De La Rosa,
Yes.
who brings his insane level of racquetball here to the pickleball court and put on a show, pushing the #1 seed to the brink with the incredible play by Vivian David as well.
Yeah, I think in game one it was all Vivian David, really proving her mettle up against the ruthless attacks from Matt Wright. But the second game really brought the De La Rosa show, and we were privileged to watch it. But now we have got what could be the very beginning of a dynasty. These two are young enough to potentially rule the game for 10, 15 years. Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll find out now.
Just 2 days past her 15th birthday is Anna Leigh Waters on the far side. Paired up with Ben Johns for the first time here. And Callie Smith to serve, her partner A.J. Kohler. Let's play pickleball.
Oh,
and
Kohler.
welcome
Kohler.
to center court,
Yes.
Johns and Waters.
Oh, my God.
Inside out backhand attack.
We will have to ask her later if she meant to hit it there.
She's smiling. I'm going to guess no, because that was ridiculous. That's hard to do with a two-hander. Oh. And I'm so not sorry. Kohler smiling. Kohler and Smith, the 6 seed. Waters and Johns are the 3 seed based on mixed doubles PPA points.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is.
Off to a quick starter, Johnson Waters, and if you haven't seen much of A.J. Kohler, you're in for a treat with his hands and the intriguing style that he likes to play.
Yeah, it's a fun battle whenever he's there. Oh my God, beautiful stuff, great awareness. AJ, before the match earlier this morning, he came to me and said, Morgan, with this little bit of breeze, this wind, how am I going to lob? I said, if anyone can do it, it's you or someone like you.
Oh,
almost.
Johns had already swung and missed, but there's that foot speed, very accomplished soccer player, too, is 15-year-old Annalie Waters. And we have our first Burt of the day as Ben Johns goes flying in front of Annalie Waters, and Ernie in front of your partner is, of course, a Burt. Hello, Sesame Street. And, boy, 5 quick points here.
First mistake there from Annalie Waters. Forced error, though, not unforced. That might have sounded long.
A gift.
Yep. AJ, known as the Iceman, very sweet as well. So just showing his kindness there. Yeah, the power and the direction right now, skimming the net.
5-0-1.
I think we'll see a timeout shortly if.
Okay, there's the fire from Callie Smith, and a come on. And, you know, they're not going to be opposed to pace, but they've got to take the chances when they're there, and that's the hard part. Do you get enough?
And that's just slightly wide from Waters.
So we've got Grant Jones, our head referee, with Elaine Guest supporting. You got to be near 100% today with these two appearing to be right on top of their game on the other side of the net. You got to make those thirds.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to be quite so smooth this early on in their careers together.
Annalie took a full swing behind that. She's used to the middle ball being hers. So, again, as they work that out, obviously Ben Johns having a forehand, not a bad place to be.
Indeed.
There you go.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, third shot lob.
AJ looking back at me. Good man. There he is. That's adorable.
You're just glad he didn't miss that serve.
Indeed.
And there's the very wristy hockey player. And now his mojo's going. Third shot lob forces an error.
Yeah.
Flicking some balls around the court, and it's 3-5.
And I think his level.
We will replay Let's here in the PPA, so that's why we stopped.
Oh, he's doing it again. Ben Johns creeping over very quickly.
Okay, so first 5 to Waters and Johns, next 3 to Kohler and Smith. Everyone on the court thought he missed the return, but the wind held it in there, and they end up winning that rally.
5-3-2.
Yeah, good placement there. Kohler is generally one of the more sort of subdued, very cool, calm, and collected. Callie, the absolute opposite.
Oh, yes. We've got the 2 guardrails of emotion on the court here.
So I think she will appreciate if he gets a little bit of fire in his belly.
Yes.
That'll really help her get to her more comfortable level of, we'll call it enthusiasm.
Yes. Oh, a little tricky serve. And
Nice
we
play.
are tied up.
Okay. Very nice. This so often happens when a team gets a very quick lead early on, runs away with it, and kind of thinks they might be able to coast in there.
Yeah, there'll be no coasting with Kohler and Smith, two of the most talented players on tour. So we're at 5-all. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back here at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open.
Play and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Managing text chains is a hassle. Juggling social media threads is a part-time job. There should be a simpler way to play. Message players, schedule events, create clubs and groups, and so much more. Download the only pickleball companion you need today. Pickle Play. Games for you.
All right, folks, we are back. 5 apiece, 2 runs of 5 by both sides. And Waters and Johns are the team that calls timeout here, Morgan.
Yeah. Well, they were up 5, then lost 5 straight. And that's usually more than enough to inspire a timeout. Oh.
Oh. Waters couldn't quite get there, but Kohler really being big and aggressive in the middle right now.
She would have needed to channel her inner De La Rosa.
Yes. We put on an ATP clinic earlier.
Oh, that's just a little long.
Boy, you hate to see that when your opponent in doubles doesn't come in behind the return. Another missed return. That's 2 in a row from Johns. 1 on the backhand and 1 on the forehand. And it's 7-5 Kohler and Smith.
A little bit of breeze out there, doing some damage, perhaps. And that ball sails a little wide from Smith.
But great fight to stare 0-5 in the face and come all the way back and start dictating the points, too.
Oh, lovely. Like a gazelle.
Just hopping through the Serengeti there, and what an angle.
Unfortunately, there's a couple of lines on the other side of the court that could cause some issues.
Ooh. Look at this guy.
Cooler than the other side of that pillar.
Thank you to the great Stuart Scott. All right. No harm done. 7-5.
Oh, again.
And on the baseline.
That might be 4 from 4. Oh. Oh, Smith.
Oh, that would have gone in their highlight reel.
Yes.
We get the top spin lob third that hits the line and then beating Johns down the line. He was beat, but the ball went deep before he just knew it was out.
Okay.
Feeling it. If you take it, though, and then you leave it up, your partner is not in a good position.
Yes,
so
the first and last tournament together.
So they are unable to add to the 2-point lead.
That is an uncharacteristic error from Mr. Johns.
You can tell in here that the wind is swirling. Some of the beautiful flowers from the desert are landing on the court now. Wow, we telegraphed the drop, but it still worked out, and we've been at 7-5 for 6 rallies in a row here.
It's a sign of a very high level of pickleball.
Waters unable to adjust.
A real turn of events here.
Just great partner
Yeah.
communication and setting each other up. Great job going for the Ernie by Callie Smith. Leaves the ball in the middle for A.J. Kohler, who split the middle, and we are at 9-5 here in game one, and another timeout has been called.
By Johns and Waters. Who knew after that blistering start that they would be having their backs up against a wall. So we'll take a quick break here and be back soon in Phoenix.
All right, folks, we are back, and quite a turn of events. If you would have told me, Morgan, when Johns and Waters were up 5-0, that they would be taking 2 timeouts and staring at a 9-5 deficit, I don't think, even though sports betting is legal in Arizona, that I would have taken that bet.
No, you would have slapped me right in the face.
And Kohler again with that sneaky little flick, gets a mistake, and they are staring at game point.
I'd actually kind of like to see Kohler playing with De La Rosa. That very short, compact backswing, super fast hands. Oh, good lead from Waters.
Wow, was it ever.
But they're not out of the woods yet.
No.
Smith has a serve. If she can drag Johns wide, there might be an opening down the line.
Game point number 2 here. And that will do it. 11 points in a row for Smith and Kohler against Johns and Waters. Folks, it's bedlam here at center court at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open. So we all need to just take a deep breath and talk about what is going on here. So I'm Dave Fleming with Morgan Evans. We'll be right back with game 2. Can Johns and Waters find the formula?
I know how good I am and how hard I've been working to get better. I've got the medals to prove it.
But my rating doesn't show how good I am. I'm so frustrated I can't find someone who will play with me when I play out of state.
I just won a gold medal at 4-5, but my rating still says I can play 3-5. The Duper rating system uses how close a match was
and how many points are scored, and they're open to adapting to how the game is changing.
Playing at the right competitive level keeps matches fair and fun for me and for pickleball.
It's time to make every match count.
Podiums are reserved for winners. No one ever said getting there would be easy. So we work, we drill, we train. And while we do whatever it takes to gain even the slightest edge, we found our biggest. Electrum has the most grit for spin and touch without sacrificing any power. Electrum, earn your edge.
All right, folks, we are back, and the fans don't know how to feel. They're stunned, they're amazed, they're excited.
Yeah, and right now they're all reminding themselves that they won't be able to come back from this. If they get knocked out, there's no
way to get to the gold.
No way to get back to the gold. So they need to really sharpen up if the conjoined number 1 players are going to be successful. Callie's being ambitious with her middle attacks, and right now Waters hasn't been able to get good reads on them so well that her counters are effective.
Yeah, she got that one weird one that was inside out early in game 1 and then hasn't been able to reply much in game 2. Wow.
And they get away with a miscommunication and a couple of paddles trying to get a look at that one.
Two are clearly better than one on that, and just perfectly off speed down the middle winner.
Perfect miss-hits. Okay. Well, they've picked up where they left off.
It's now 12 in a row.
It happens to the best of us, apparently.
And the confidence just oozing out of Smith and Kohler right now is at record levels. In fact, that can be a problem sometimes.
Can be a huge problem.
Wind pulls that just wide. Okay. Two quick ones for Smith and Kohler. Kohler knows he saved a patron in the front row there as that two-handed backhand was going well deep.
Well, it just speaks to his personality. His kind, generous soul.
And the streak ends at 13 in a row. Apparently only likes the patrons on the far side as that overhead sent some ladies' hands up in the air. And you can see Anna-Leigh Waters pushed well back off the line. If you're trying to roll it from four feet off behind the line, that roll, just that shot doesn't exist from there.
No, very difficult. And Kohler just tagging Waters as she moved towards what she thought was going to be a middle counterattack.
Got caught over anticipating there. I think both sides played an out ball in the middle of that. Look at Callie Smith say, come on into my neighborhood because I'm going to rip two-handed backhands of my own.
Yeah, I think Callie Smith, Vivian David, there's a handful of girls that just have such timing and reads on their two-handed backhands. It's a tough proposition for even Ben Johns to be stuck against them.
Kohler is going to be thinking about that. He had a chance to put a ball away, went back to Johns, who fought it off, and they were way ahead in that point, end up losing it. Let's see if Johns and Waters have a run in there. Service. And Burt number 2 is effective as John says, all right, I've seen enough of this Kohler character. Let's go.
Yeah, there's a limit. And then you poke the bear too many times, suddenly he's awake. Nice play there. Looks like they're finding a little bit of rhythm now.
Yes, and you haven't seen a lot of Anna-Leigh's come on. She's a very emotional player when it's going well. Feet are jumping, ripping that two-hander. They're within one.
Oh. Okay. Look to be trying to play a nice little cute inside out forehand dink. Just caught the net.
Try to get it in that kitchenette, first part of the kitchen.
Another fantastic rolling volley. Johns, he got out of the way thinking that was going to be long.
Yep, and there it is on the replay. So Callie Smith,
yeah,
beautifully struck. There's the cross-court attack, but gets it out of the backhand, all the way across the body.
Yeah, I think the all the pros have really been studying their oppositions, understanding where they're strong and where they're weak. And Waters, she's very timeout happy.
Yes, and Johns is not somebody that uses a lot of timeouts, so they're going to have to work that out in the partnership too.
Yep.
Our partnership is feeling great. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after these words at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open. What a match we're watching. Don't go anywhere.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
All right, we are back. And Kohler and Smith continue their onslaught. Up 6-3 here in game 2. Took game 1 by winning 11 points in a row. And Callie Smith to serve.
6-3, what? Second, third.
Can the second part of the timeout work? You get one missed third, you're starting to feel really smart, but you want that second one, then you're like, we're the smartest people ever to call timeout.
Get the Nobel Prize for timeouts.
And they get it. So Smith saw a ball that she'd actually executed to get the ball back before. So timeout works, 3-6.
Oh, I think
Emily was looking for a Franklin paddle to come crashing in there and finish that point. That's usually his MO, is aggression.
Yeah, he's been a little more passive so far. And just trying to figure out exactly how they're going to jive well. But as they say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
No.
It was a long weekend, I think.
No, but they might want to call the contractor because they're down a game and down in game 2.
Oh, done it again.
She got it.
3 or 4 points ago, she got him on the forehand side. This time, the backhand side.
Callie Smith and A.J. Kohler playing flawless pickleball here.
Be careful. Oh,
nice I put it out there.
That didn't come back. Well done. You might have broken the curse of the commentary curse.
And folks, Morgan, they're 3 points from sending them to the back draw.
Wow.
Ooh, great pickup there. Just the smiles, just they are so in tune, Kohler and Smith. Oh. And the tweener drop by Johns
That'll put a
wins the
smile on
point
your
of
face.
this match. There it is again. Not only to do it, but to drop it perfectly.
Unbelievable. That flick of the wrist from AJ like a mobile snake.
Comes in and pounces. Got some rattlers here in the desert.
And still yet to find their real mojo. Some great plays here and there, but right now it's Kohler and Smith being the more consistent at this top end of the scale of pickleball.
And Smith again.
Just missed, I think.
Sees the ball up. When you roll it, you risk hitting it deep if you don't get on top of it. That's happened a couple times. She's had a couple that work, though, too. As long as you're doing that on your serve, you do not lose anything except opportunity.
Oh, and a little bit of luck, which can go a long way.
Can't believe it. AJ didn't mean the sorry, but
so
9-3-2.
9-3-2.
And Anna Leigh Waters, after the floor was lava, the ball was in the air the whole time.
One of the great hand speed exchanges of our time. And she finishes it with a giant two-handed backhand to get the ball back.
Can that be the point that inspires them?
If not that, then I don't know what. Great play there from Kohler to stay alive. Johns and Waters definitely lifting their game. And a good leave there from Waters.
Great job to handle that Callie Smith volley there by Waters.
Oh, gorgeous.
Beautiful.
She held it just long enough to keep Waters in position, put it behind. That gives them the ball back. 2 points away from a victory.
Let again at the PPA. The let serve that gets past the kitchen and is in. We replay it. Oh dear. Okay.
Well, should we say wind, maybe?
We'll go with wind.
El Nino,
I'd be
maybe?
stunned if they don't return it to her here. But they don't. Okay.
Oh. Sun, perhaps.
For sure.
And
off the
off the right pectoral.
Yes. So keep them at 9.
And they get one back.
We haven't seen a lot of that of Ben just going at Callie in front of him, just finding ways to dictate and get more aggressive.
She's very unattackable. She's got such good hand speed.
And
could be this.
Okay.
Could this be a sign of things to come?
Well, that's the first time out they've been forced to call in a long time, and now you start to feel it. It was cute when it was 9-3 and we missed the third.
Yeah.
Now it's 9-6 and we don't have the ball.
Yes. Very different proposition, and that pressure, that score pressure, is now going to start creeping in to their game, and we'll see what kind of effect that has. You know, Ben and Annalee, they're not going to be reacting to the pressure in the same way.
No, in fact, they're not even talking to each other. They're just ready to play pickleball.
Yep.
AJ and Callie are having a full discussion like an offensive coordinator and a quarterback would be having to try and figure out what's the playbook, where do we want to return this, what do we want to do here that gets the point construction back to the way they liked it. AJ flicking the ball, making Annalee dink and pushing her off the line has really worked. But as you mentioned, the level is rising from Johns and water here in the desert.
That's big.
And Kohler was not ready for the next ball there, and then was unsure if it was going deep, and his ball goes deep.
It looked like her counter punch just really came quite high, and he has a very low paddle position in general.
Oh, no.
I agree with, yes. Wow.
Always make him hit another ball, and 9-3 lead is now 9-8 or 8-9 serving.
And
Ben cannot believe it.
Yeah. That's a big one. Still, they've got another serve to try to level the scores at 9-all.
And there's the ball that Callie has been reaching in, able to hit down on that one.
Yeah.
So they keep the lead, which I think was huge mentally.
Yeah.
Can they get over the line?
They need to get at least 1 point here.
Oh, and that serve missed.
AJ.
Deep and wide. Nice paddle tap by Callie.
He's
smiling.
Feeling a little warm around the collar right now.
Yes, yes indeed. 7 eyes on the word tight.
And Mr. Johns has certainly woken up now.
Boy, and you see him growling. That's a rare sight.
And I think that's great for Annalee. She needs that kind of intensity to really get the best out of her game.
Beautiful flick by Kohler there. Cheats just a little backhand. He's able to keep it in. Very thin margin down the line there.
Went a good leave. Not far out.
No, but
3 or
out
4
enough.
inches. Yeah.
And guess what? It's 9 apiece.
The wind just picking up a little.
And that redirect backhand volley goes wide. The wind certainly helped, as you mentioned. We're going to keep it right here. All right, Morgan. It was 11-5, 9-3. All the magic of A.J. Kohler was working, and now you have watched 7 in a row go the other way. What are these two talking about?
I mean, they saw the finish line. They made a couple of plays that were dubious, trying to sprint through it. Now I think they're going to be looking to find out what their highest level of high percentage pickleball could be, should be. The kinds of errors they were seeing from Ben and Anna Leigh, unfortunately, those were wildly uncharacteristic. That wasn't their game. It was not their game. You know, they were certainly going to tighten up on those eventually, and they have. Do they need to change tact? Do they need to change tactics? Or are they just needing to settle down? Remember, there's another game coming. It's not the end of the world. Things have happened. Their level is phenomenal.
Phenomenal. All right. Let's just make sure they're aligned properly. Here we go. Game point number 1 for Johns and Waters.
And that will do
will
it.
not make it. And staring at an unbelievable deficit, Johns and Waters show their championship medal. But this match isn't over, just to be clear.
It is
that
not.
Just knots us at 1 game apiece. So Smith and Kohler just need to regroup. We're going to regroup ourselves after watching some tremendous pickleball. We'll be right back for game number 3. Don't you dare go anywhere.
The pickleball community is growing rapidly and evolving. Duper brings accuracy, transparency, and adaptability to the sport. Fair and competitive play is a better experience for everyone. This is our pickleball community. And now Duper will make every match count.
Carvana's had a lot of firsts. 100% online car buying, car vending machines, and now putting you in control of your financing. At Carvana, get personalized terms, browse for cars that fit your budget, then customize your down payment and monthly payment. And these aren't made-up numbers. It's what you'll really pay, right down to the penny. Whether you're shopping or just looking, it only takes a few seconds and it won't affect your credit score. Finally, a totally different way to finance your ride. Only from Carvana, the new way to buy a car.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're going to do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Morgan, the crowd is packed around this court. They're seeing an amazing match. We've seen the highest levels out of 4 of the best players in the world, and what we all want is more of it.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to get. Johns and Waters have risen their game, fought off an incredible deficit there, but we've got Smith now serving to Waters. John's got away with that. He knows he didn't hit too many of those very clean.
No, and Smith hitting down on the ball, just hitting down a little too much there, but no harm done on your own serve.
That is a big play from Annalie Waters. It's the kind of stuff we saw from them as a team in the first 5 points of Game 1. We hadn't seen it much until the tail end of Game 2, but they're picking up.
And Callie Smith again.
Yeah, she's one of the few women that really play with some good deception on those attacks as well. You know, sliding and rolling those hips to kind of deceive, as she does it again there.
Great stab by Johns, keeps him in the point. Kohler not quite able to get on top of that, and we had these runs of points. Kohler and Smith won 13 in a row. We are now sitting on 10 in a row for Johns and Waters.
Big opening there. Annalie found it beautifully, controlled, didn't overhit it. It's a sign of maturity beyond her years.
Just 15 years and 2 days old. And now I think she's starting to be real comfortable in her role. She's used to being the aggressor, certainly when she plays with her mom. She's got a very aggressive player. How do I set him up, turn defense into offense, and really make us work as a team?
Look, I mean, at the end of the day, to build a good partnership, you got to get into the trenches.
Exactly.
You got to go to war with someone, have the chips down, figure out a way to get yourself out of it. Then you kind of know what animal you're up against, who you're with, sorry, and you start to generate some real faith that your partner has got your back, and neither one of you are going to crumble under the kind of pressure that Smith and Kohler are putting them under at the moment. So I'm impressed with how they've been able to respond to it. It's not over yet, but Smith and Kohler, certainly the momentum change has been palatable. It will be Johns serving to Kohler as we rejoin proceedings fairly soon.
Yeah, so an early timeout here. And again, it's the same idea of just like, how do you deal with, we haven't scored a point in forever.
Johns is starting to feel more comfortable with his attacks, his rhythm, and how he's matching up with the beast. That was Callie Smith. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, so you hate to switch sides with a goose egg, but that's what they've got. So now you need to just tell yourself, well, good, we're going to the other. It's the good side.
Got the good
the
side.
The other
now.
side's the good side. They were only able to get 6 on the good side, so we'll get 11 on the good side. But, boy, just how can they, Morgan, get AJ back to that place where he was really dictating the points? He was making Johns and Waters very uncomfortable. Now they are so comfortable.
Yeah, they certainly have to start mixing it up. It looks like Waters and Johns, they were perhaps a little predictable in the first game or so, and now they're not only in greater rhythm, but a lot less predictable.
And we went from a Beauty and the Beast reference to Bert number 3 there, and all cylinders are humming here.
That could inspire it.
There's the growl from Callie Smith.
I mean, I think after game 2, it would be very difficult for Kohler and Smith to not feel a little deflated.
Of course.
9-3, real chance to knock out what essentially, should be the number 1 seed. That ball a little wide. Oh, and a foot fault called, but regardless.
Both referees on top of the foot fault, but Anna Leigh would prefer in her stats to have the winner she just hit. So Grand Jones and Elaine Guest all over that.
It's interesting. In that point, we saw the first long looping forehand dink from Jones.
Yes.
Which means he's certainly starting to get his rhythm back. That's one of his... oh, and a receiver fault. When it rains, it pours.
It really is, yeah, because they're at 0, and unfortunately, they switched on that last exchange.
Oh.
And we are at 9-0 in game 2, 17 points scored in a row.
Certainly
for Johns and Waters.
The definition of a game of runs, I'd say, so far this match.
And Anna Leigh Waters saw that well before the electrum paddle of A.J. Kohler hit.
For sure.
They're going to use that last time out, but things are bleak.
It's not looking good.
So we'll take a quick timeout here before this match. We'll see. There are runs all over the place, but we'll be right back in just 1 minute.
It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
All right, folks, we are back. We have seen an unbelievable run at the end of Game 2 and here to start Game 3, and we have a match point on the paddle of Ben Johns. And the ATP becomes an HTP as it hits the post, and after being pressed to the absolute limit, at 11-5, 9-3, Kohler and Smith see what these two are capable of, and they rattle off 11 in a row in Game 3. Morgan, we saw their best.
We did, and we can safely say they are certainly going to be a force to be reckoned with. Well-deserving victors after dealing with that onslaught from two incredible players, Callie Smith and A.J. Kohler. marching on through to the semifinals.
Yeah, remarkable match, and we've got more remarkable pickleball coming up. We're going to actually see Mama Waters coming out here next. So we're going to have a great match with Tyler Leung and Leigh Waters versus Jesse Irvin and Jocelyn de Villiers. So, folks, don't go anywhere. Refresh those snacks and beverages. I'm Dave Fleming, here with Morgan Evans. We'll be right back at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Carvana's had a lot of firsts. 100% online car buying, car vending machines, and now putting you in control of your financing. At Carvana, get personalized terms, browse for cars that fit your budget, then customize your down payment and monthly payment. And these aren't made-up numbers. It's what you'll really pay, right down to the penny. Whether you're shopping or just looking, it only takes a few seconds and it won't affect your credit score. Finally, a totally different way to finance your ride. Only from Carvana, the new way to buy a car.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace any pair that gets lost or broken. And so far, we've racked up over 100,000 5-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 50% off 2 pairs at shadyrays.com.
Hey, Simone. How'd you play in the tournament today?
It started today?
More bad news today out of Washington, as if the year hadn't given us enough already.
world will get back on its feet. We'll help you stay on yours. Make an appointment at footsolutions.com.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
I never thought I would fall in love with the sport again. I want to get better and find others who will help my game grow. I want to compete, but I don't know where I stand. With Duper, I'm getting an accurate rating by entering matches before I ever register for a tournament. I can easily find other players, play fun competitive matches, and instantly know where I stand. I'm on my way to confidently becoming the best I can be. Pickleball has taken me to new heights with recreation, community, and health. I want to make every match count.
We are back at stop number 1 on the PPA Tour here in 2022 at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open. Dave Fleming here with Coach Mies, Morgan Evans, and who said there's no water in the desert? We had Anna Leigh in our last match, which was epic, and here is Leigh Waters, her mother, playing with Tyler Leung against Jessie Irvin and Jocelyn de Villiers. This is going to be another wonderful match to just keep adding on top of what we've seen today, Morgan.
Oh, yeah. No, this is going to be great. I always love watching Jay de Villiers with the incomparable Jessie Irvin. And Tyler Leung, he brings something to the table every time. His earning capabilities and that lively arm. Wow.
And look at this madness to start with.
Unbelievable. For everyone to be bringing this kind of level at the very first tournament.
Yes. Nice attack by Leigh Waters there. So, yeah, you just don't want de Villiers and Irvin to be getting off to some crazy emotional start.
No, certainly not. And on paper, these two would be favored.
Yes.
However, Tyler Leung, nothing is available in the middle when he's on the court. And his earning prowess is through the roof.
And because of his being left-handed, you're going to have the women face up for at least to start. We'll see if either side wants to get out of that.
Yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting to see if Leigh wants to go heads up.
Because what they're going to do, as we saw there, is Leigh Waters is going to fade and just sit on a forehand all day.
And fortunately for her, she is so good at playing that side. She plays alongside Anna Leigh Waters for the vast majority of her career. And that means her being on the left, giving Anna Leigh that big backhand in the middle.
Yes.
So she's a very accomplished left side player. But Jessie Irvin has a new hairdo.
Yes.
And we did talk about the similarities and if she indeed has hidden the plans to the Death Star inside a droid.
De Villiers coming in hot there, didn't get on top of that ball. Quick start for them, though, up 3-zip.
0-3-1.
There was confusion in the middle, but they were both there, which is better than neither one.
Oh, yeah. Much better to clash paddles than have neck strain from looking at each other. Oh, she read it very well. Just couldn't get that left hand over the top.
Yeah, took a huge swing at it. Tennis players love to take big swings at their pickleball paddle, but two-handed backhands.
I am very curious if Tyler Leung trusts himself to attack Jay de Villiers. Typically, to get the better of de Villiers requires a decent amount of deception. Ooh. That is powerful.
That is the big reach in, and that is the cross-court attack. Beautifully executed by Jesse Irvin there.
4-0-2.
Beautiful.
Saw Leigh Waters just remembering the one from a couple shots ago where she didn't get on top of that with the left hand. That's the key of that two-hander.
Ooh. Referee Don Stanley may have made a mistake. Yep. Typically, he is the lead ref.
He is the lead ref.
0-4-1.
Or the second ref. We have two Dons. Don Stanek is our lead ref. Don Stanley.
Well, who's doing this?
Can I?
Come on.
Can I pick a letter? Ooh, just wide. Good
Just
limbo
wide.
by Irvin there. So yes, Don Stanek on the mic, who you're hearing, Don Stanley.
Yes, certainly in my top two favorite referee Dons.
Absolutely. Didn't get the paddle face closed there, and Waters and Leung are on the board.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Just beautiful, because if Waters is going to fade to the sideline, the middle is open. It's dangerous because the Leung forehand is also in the middle, but perfectly struck by de Villiers there.
Good use of the net.
Beautiful use of the net. Oh, the middle's so open. It certainly is off a kiss off the tape.
5-1-1. Second server.
Irvin usually so solid in that midcourt, just didn't stay down on that one.
Oh, gorgeous.
You don't usually see the double backhand shake and bake. You got the backhand drive and then a two-handed backhand finish. That's like special baking required to make that happen.
Very precise with your ingredients on there.
Attention players, we are getting ready to start the men's doubles 3-0 19 plus 35 plus bracket. 3-0 19.
And if they choose to keep Tyler Leung on the right side, the middle of the court is going to be a problem for Waters and Leung.
Dueling backhands do not make for a fun mixed doubles team.
Start your player orientation. Thank you.
Wow, that's big.
You leave it up. Leigh Waters doesn't even want to look at the ref as she calls timeout. So just an onslaught from the number 4 seed, Jesse Irvin. Jay de Villiers playing superb pickleball. Let's see if the timeout can settle that down. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go anywhere here at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car, whether it's a few years.
There you saw the Carvana vending machine. Cars come out of the vending machine. They have them all over the country. My daughter got one from there, so we appreciate their support of our great game. Let's see if Loong and Waters can get going after the timeout.
Oh, he looked for that same shot he had success with recently. And Tyler Loong, he's a veteran. He's not going to make the same mistake twice.
No, he is not, and the timeout works. So can they make a run here? And big grunt from Irvin and tags Loong. Again, that cross-court attack.
Yeah, I mean, she gets a lot of shoulder into it, but it's the last link for me. Her hand forearm power is second to none, I think, in the women's game. Possibly in the men's as well.
Yes.
Oh, she read that like a children's novel.
Yes, Dr. Seuss right there.
282.
Just caught the edge of the line there.
Oh, it's in. Beautiful shot from Leigh Waters.
Full swing from standing at the kitchen. He was able to get enough topspin on it.
Yeah.
Ball that was a millimeter over the tape.
382.
Amazing reactions from Loong to deal with a lot of those balls.
Yes. Off the tape, we saw De Villiers, who can hit a beautiful two-handed backhand as well. Mix that in there.
Yeah, I'd like to see him use more of the two. Apart from anything, it does add a level of deception that can really help things.
Great job by Irvin of just saying, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything too much. We've seen some players take big hacks from the midcourt today.
Leigh Waters has a wonderful power game, and Irvin Wright not to gamble.
And De Villiers just rips that one-handed backhand.
He saw De La Rosa earlier.
A lot of people have picked up some De La Rosa tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Matt Wright. He'd never seen a shot like that.
No, no one has. It's unbelievable.
So, Jocelyn De Villiers and Jesse Irvin commanding Game 1 victory. Can Waters and Loong find an answer? We'll be right back here at the Carvana Desert Ridge Open.
It's old or dinosaur old. We want to buy your car. Go to Carvana and enter your license plate answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
All right, welcome back. Game 2 about to start, and Morgan, what are you telling Leigh and Tyler here?
Look, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're losing, make sure you don't lose the same way. So I'd love to see them mix up either shot selections or the way they choose to attack those positions. For me, the only knock on de Villiers, obviously incredible athlete, wonderful singles player, but he can be a little predictable with his attacks, and he doesn't respond well to good deception. Unfortunately, Lung, who's in front of him, his game relies a lot on great power, great speed, you know, being able to execute wonderful ernies. But he doesn't look to deceive his opponents too often. He beats them with raw skill. These backhand dinks from Waters are going to have to tighten up. The footwork, we could use a little more fire, a little more intensity. And when I say a little, I mean a lot.
There, they were able to get a ball down, and, you know, just can't let this get much more than 2 here.
That's great play.
Waters is running around the backhand over there, trying to find different angles, but that's when you run into the reach of de Villiers to put it into the opening.
3-0-2.
Just long.
Nice little casual dodge by Irvin there, and timeout already. And
4-0-2.
this just, the other matches, we could kind of feel that maybe there's something's going to happen really quick, or this is going to be a quick match.
Yeah, it might have almost be to the point where consider a side switch.
Yeah.
It's not something you typically would ever suggest when you've got such a incredible lefty, Tyler Lung, to your right. But if he's not seeing any balls, or he's not able to do enough damage with the balls he is seeing, then you can't keep going the same route, because getting to Leigh Waters' backhand right now is relatively simple for Irvin and de Villiers. We've got to make that more difficult.
Yes.
4-0-2.
Good leave, good eyes. Unique kind of attack for that one. You haven't seen too much of that from.
It looked like Lung was looking to be more aggressive there. His footwork certainly was.
Yeah, they're going to have to play some slightly more high-risk, high-reward pickleball if they're going to get out of this one alive.
1-4-1.
That's a great return.
Yeah, you always want to. Do I really want to risk a miss of a return wide? He stuck that on the line. Great return.
Yeah, just overwhelmed with power there from the big man.
4-1-1.
he's such a tall human being, but his feet are so quick that he's able to get his body into positions you'd think a larger person couldn't to be able to hit down on that. He was in trouble and got out of it because of his athleticism.
Yeah.
So there we saw the side switch.
Yep.
So let's see if Loong and Waters stick with this. That's 2 backhands in the middle.
Yeah, if they can figure out that part, though, at least they're going to be limiting their liabilities. Oh, they switch. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so backhands in the middle have worked for 2 rallies in a row. Can they score off it now?
1-5-1.
Oh, that is a running out of ideas kind of lob. That's not the kind of AJ Kohler lob we've come to love.
Leigh Waters said getting off the side right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so very ambitious lob and a well-struck down the fairway at one of the beautiful golf courses here.
They do look nice.
Wow.
Well, little luck never hurts.
Yeah, that ball was going to be the second shot on the par 5 there.
Yeah, the approach shot, hopefully.
Yes.
If you're good with your fairway woods.
Jesse Irvin actually and had to chase it a bit. All right, no harm done. Let's see if Waters and Loong can just find. Certainly that serve didn't break the ball.
And Don just confirming with Don.
Yes, Don Stuh and Don Stuh. So that's Don Stanek and Don Stanley. We appreciate all the referees and Don Stanley's leadership of the group here on the PPA.
Tough shot to control there, no doubt about it.
Yeah, you know, when you're staring at him, you've got to make the ball bounce. Much easier said than done.
Couple of patrons walking, getting to their seat. And there's the first paddle punch from Tyler Loong.
I think that's warranted by Vulcan, so that's fine.
Obviously, Tyson McGuffin, the very best in the puddle punching game.
#1 with a bullet.
Ooh.
Tremendous return by Leigh Waters there, and when you get what you want, you got to go, okay, let's try and find that again, but execute. Great finish there.
6-1-2.
Oh no. That is the danger of those dueling backhands. And
we've seen enough of the dueling backhand, so Leigh will be sliding to the left here. Beautiful angle.
Wow.
You don't see a pickleball bounced over the fence very often. Obviously not,
that is a
not a
difficult thing to
high
do.
fence, but still.
Yeah, incredibly whippy arm from Tyler Loong. Makes it look easy, but that kind of power is very difficult.
There
Beautiful.
it is.
Good old-fashioned shake and bake to help proceedings.
2-7-1.
So will Irvin change where the return goes? No. Didn't end up mattering.
Second server.
You would need Rob Cassidy for that last one.
Big dive. Or
get down on a knee. Oh, Daniel De La Rosa. Yeah, maybe. Ooh.
So Irvin fading back a little bit to defend, then took a big swing, catches the tape.
Oh, that would have been fun. Irvin, yeah, she's one of the very few players on the tour that has enough power on that two-handed backhand from 4, sometimes 5 feet back from the line, and she uses that very well because it gives her real options for defending at the same time.
Just some of these opportunities when you're trying to dig out of this hole of a game down and a 5-point deficit, got to execute that one. Beautiful finish and anticipation by Leigh.
9-3-1.
That was off the paddle of Tyler Lung. I didn't imagine that was going to be quite so attackable. He does float it. It does give
some extra time, but a long reach. So here we are on match point number 1. You cannot volleyball. Yeah, a little bumps that spike there. Match point number 2 for Irvin and Leigh. Oh, and a just beautiful ball by Irvin to finish this match in convincing fashion. 11-3, 11-3. This is a team that played